Hey guys, it's Mist, and I've got some cool memory for you. Once again, man, Mist, you're making too many memory videos. What's going on now? Well, I don't know if this will be the last one, but I still got a couple that I'd like to show, and this is one of them that I just whipped up. So, as you can see by the comparators, you could probably guess its hex memory, which it is. Now, this hex memory that I built here has 15 addressable locations on the loop. Yes, this loop here is actually addressable. It's not done by super special timings. And also, there's a rate, which doesn't require any special timings except the fact that you need at least a 30 to 32 tick pulse. And same for the read. And the read is a 2-tick pulse, but that's okay because you guys could just build a register here. Or you can have the register somewhere else in your project. All we want to do is really get the read out in some good way. So that's a nice way to do it with that. I'm not going to go into the specifics of how the individual parts work, but I will supply a world download and everything. One more thing to mention is that this thing is too high stackable. And you could stack this up to 8 cells, which means you could store 60 bytes worth of data with just 8 of these slices on top of each other. Except you would have to add some new parts if you do that, so I wouldn't recommend doing that until I make another video or something. You can let me know if you want me to make that 60 byte memory. Anyways, let's just try it out. So, I'm going to go ahead and write a 7. By page 7 out of 15. I'm going to write a 7 onto address 5. And yeah, I'm going to start up the RAM. And now, if we want to write, we just hold this down for 3 seconds. And now it's written. And now we can see that our data is now in the loop going around. And I can read it out at any time. So that in signal strength is 7. You could pause the video if you need to. But yeah, there'll be 7 lamps on. Okay, so I wrote a 7. Now let's go ahead to address 7. And I'll write a 4. Again, just 3 seconds. And yeah, now there's a 4 in address, what was it? Address 7. And now I'll go back to the prior address, which was what? Was it address 5? Let's see. I think so, yeah, it was address 5. Yep, and see, 7 is still stored on address 5. Okay, and now I'm going to do something to address 5 because we can obviously overwrite data using the write function, because each of these comparators in that loop is actually like a D flip-flop by design. I made it a D flip-flop. And that D flip-flop circuit is right here. So what it does is during the write, it uses the address clock to perfectly time this to delete the data while it writes the new one in that exact 2-tick moment, which overwrites it. So I'm going to overwrite the, I'll overwrite the 7 with a 2. And now we should get 2 out. There we go. Let's go ahead and do another thing. Let's go all the way up to like address 13. And then I'll store a 9. But I think you guys see how easy this memory is to use. There's no complicated timings or whatever. You could just have this separately in your computer and it just works fine. So, yep, there you go. And yeah, let's do one more because we probably want to save in between two addresses to just prove that you can write side by side. So we'll save it between 5 and 7. Oh, that's not. This is not the address, by the way. This is their data. I'll save 15 into address 6. So yeah, there you go. Lecterns are just a way to input signal strength, by the way. I think you guys get that already. But yeah, watch. I'm gonna save in between those two lights. And yeah, each time the data loops down with the write, it just keeps overwriting that write you wanted to do. So it effectively makes it a little very usable. There you go. And now we got 15 stored there. Just to prove that we still have the data in 5, I'm going to read from 5 now. 2 in 5, and in 7 we got the 4. Yep. And then in, was it 10? I don't know. I don't think I've written a 10 yet. Nope. We'll just write to 10 then. But you can see how easy this is. I think this is probably one of the best hex memories I've designed yet. I saved, what did I save? 11, that makes sense. 12, 13. Oh, is there only 14 lamps? Oh, I'm sorry guys, there's only 14 lamps here. Anyways, I think you get the idea. I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. I hope you'll enjoy the world download. And by the way, you see this blue circuit right here? You could design this in any way you want. You can have this comparator loop in any layout you want. Just make sure that there's 25 comparators going out and then back in. You know, right here. And it'll work all the same. So yeah, have fun with it.